Hello, I'm Cedric Homan, and today we have Milton Hatzidakis and Daniel Wood on the show. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good considering Arsenal win the fourth place trophy again, but let's not talk about that today.
All right, so today we're going to get excited for the Euros this summer. There's a lot of hype around it. There's also the U.S. is doing Copa America. That's new for them, but let's focus on the Euros today. So who do you think, as of right now, looks the best for the Euros? Who has the best shot as of right now?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence between Germany and France because France are the home team, but Germany won the World Cup and they're flawless.
I think it's gonna be France, just because I think Germany has still has a weaker defense than they had in the World Cup without Philip Lahm and those guys. So I think, in my opinion, I think France has a good shot of winning it.
Let's also not forget Marco Reus did not play in the World Cup, and he will be playing with them in the Euros.
And don't forget that Ozil's on the best form of his life, too.
Yeah, Goetze, he's fallen off. He was one of the big players in the World Cup, obviously getting the game-winning goal in the final against Argentina. France is obviously a contender. Lacazette's playing good right now. Benzema, if he can't play anymore, which is kind of bad for him. Balbuena can't play for him anymore. Ribéry, if he's healthy, he's always a good player. He's very good creating something out of nothing.
In order for France to win the Euros, you gotta have all their strikers, because since they don't have Benzema, that's a big miss. So Giroud, Griezmann, and Martial have to.
And Lacazette.
Yeah, I just think that France though has just a lot of talent coming off the bench too, like Payet.
I think the way Payet's playing right now, if he's finally full on healthy again, I think he could be a starter. Him, Matuidi,
Conte.
Yeah, Conte, he should be definitely caught up the year he's having with Leicester.
How about Belgium being number one in the world? And then, they weren't very impressive in their qualifying matches, losing to Portugal.
They also did not have the best World Cup, in my opinion, either. I thought they could have been a lot better. But one of their main problems for Belgium is Eden Hazard hasn't even shown up for Chelsea this year. Why would he show up now for Belgium? I mean, he's never been the best for Belgium. He was always a good Chelsea player and an okay Belgium player. And everyone expected a lot out of him. And I think the pressure has gotten to him.
A positive for Belgium is, Divock Origi from Liverpool.
Yep.
Scoring.
They have a lot of young people. Benteke, when he plays, he's good.
They're solid in the back.
And Lukaku.
Yeah.
Lukaku's had
Company, Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen. They have Cavanda. They have some good players in the back. Courtois is a tank in the back. What do you guys think about England? What do you think their chances are? They have a lot of the younger players playing with them. They got Sterling.
It'll be same old, and they won't even get past the group, I don't think. Just because that's the way they are.
I do think that they have a possibility of upsetting people just because with the dynamic players they have with Harry Kane and Dele Alli and Jamie Vardy, who are all in form now, and in the form of their lives. So
one of the things to think about with England though is they have a lot of new players where none of these big name players that play in the Spanish league and play in the German league I've seen, like Jamie Vardy. He's never played Champions League football. He's never even played against most BPL teams. That's one of the reasons he was so good this year. Dele Alli, they've never played against him. Obviously, France has with England. Because he scored a banger against them. That was right after the France bombings in the PSG stadium. But Harry Kane, they've played against. But Raheem Sterling, I don't think we've seen the best from him yet, definitely.
Yeah, he's not living up to his $75 million price tag.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about Spain? Do you think Spain's on the downside now? Or, they haven't had the best stretch recently. Fabregas, nowhere near as good as he was last year.
Iniesta is playing better and better each year.
Yeah. Iniesta makes it seem like age does not matter. PK and Ramos are going to be tank at the back. Yeah. De Gea in goal. They're going to have a strong defense.
I mean,
Jordi Alba, PK, Ramos, De Gea.
I don't think
Carvajal.
I don't think their midfield, like, Iniesta's having a good year, but, like, I'm not sure if it'll have, like, the same
caliber of what they had in the 2010 World Cup.
I mean,
they don't have Busquets. David Silva's not having the best of seasons. Fabregas not having the best of seasons. They have players here and there, but who do they have up top? They have Fernando Torres, Diego Costa. Diego Costa also not playing very well. Their players just seem to be out of form.
Pedro's coming back.
I think Pedro is one of the better players for Spain right now, in my opinion.
Arguably maybe the best player for Chelsea in recent weeks.
Yeah, him and Willian. It's just disappointing to see a team like Spain where they were the first team ever to win the World Cup and then the Euros. And then
this is just a question for England. Jack Wilshere has a lot of talent, and he hasn't played this season because of injury. Would you take Jack Wilshere to the Euros?
I don't know. Players like Dele Alli, I think they're also going to need some experience, though. Yeah, like maybe bring up a Stevie G, someone like that, Frank Lampard. I don't know. They need experience too. I mean,
if they scored in high school.
If they just bring up a bunch of 20-year-olds, I don't think they'll do well. 20-year-olds have the talent, but they also play with experienced players that just counteracts it, like talent, and then also they have experience, and a lot of the BPL teams are doing so good, like Leicester and stuff. Now, what do you guys think of Germany? Do you think they'll be better than they were in the World Cup, or will they fall in there and choke in the pressure? Obviously, you guys both said they're contenders, but they've always been contenders. So.
Yeah. I think they might lack some experience, just because. I mean, of course, the losing Philip Lahm. I mean, I think that he was a pretty big part of that World Cup team, and I think they're gonna miss him in the World Cup just because he had so much experience in those tournaments.
But Neuer still having a crazy good season. Hummels is having a really good season too. Their defense, I think, will be just as good as it was in the World Cup. But what I'm questioning is who's going to be their main man up top, because Mueller in recent times he's been dropping to the midfield.
Yeah.
Like it's just what do you guys think his best position is? Because he's played at right wing, he's played in the midfield, he's played at striker, he's played everywhere. He's played
really
on the left.
versatile.
Yeah. What do you guys, in your opinion, think his best opinion is?
Well, Mueller won't drop into the midfield, I don't think, because
they got Ozil.
They got Ozil. They got. Do you think Khedira's gonna get called up?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure how Khedira is doing with Juventus. I think he's playing, but I'm not sure how much he is playing.
Yeah.
For them. Now, what do you guys think of a team like Italy? They obviously have talent there. It's pretty much an all Juventus team. What do you guys think of them? Like, obviously they don't quite have the attack they used to. Insigne for Napoli, out of his mind in recent times.
They're gonna miss Marchisio, I think, with his recent injury.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of Italy's best midfielders, and I think they're gonna really miss him. So, but I don't know. I don't really see Italy doing too well in this Euro.
What about a team like Poland? They've been said to have the best attack in the Euros this year with Lewandowski and
Lewandowski, arguably one of the best strikers.
In my opinion,
he's
the best striker in the world right now.
Yeah.
Him and Suarez are playing out of their skin. Like, we knew they were top-level players, but we didn't think they would be competing for goals with, like, the Messis, the Ronaldos.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. I think if he performs well...
Yeah, I think they could be a dark horse in this tournament.
Yeah, Wales, I could also see them performing well.
Yeah, you got
Gareth
Ramsey,
Bale. I think the way they play Gareth Bale for Wales is a lot better than the way they play him for Real Madrid. But Aaron Ramsey, he's obviously a good player. They have some other nice players that play in the Prem. Now, a team like Sweden, they have not that much talent, but they do have a Zlatan.
Honestly, I think Sweden's a one-man team.
So do you think they'll be able to get out of the group stage, or Zlatan? How far can
they get out of the group stage? It depends who they have in their group.
Yeah.
And if they have, like, I don't know who they have in their group, but if they have, like, some no-name, or not no-name, but some, like, not very good team.
Like Faroe Islands or something.
Now, what do you think of Netherlands not making the Euros after showing up in the 2012 or 2010, World Cup final, and then falling off like they've had? Louis van Gaal also falling off after leaving Netherlands.
Yeah,
what do you guys think about that?
First of all, I think they didn't make it because Louis van Gaal left.
Yeah, like, he's not the best coach at Man U, but what he did with that Netherlands team in 2010 was remarkable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty shocking, though.
Yeah,
how they perform so bad against some teams.
And they have some really good firepower, too.
Like Arjen Robben. I mean, Robin van Persie is still kind of good.
He plays for Fenerbahce now in the Turkish league.
Yeah, so...
You got Schneider, who's still kind of good, too.
Yeah, he's got the experience.
Wesley also plays in the Turkish league for Galatasaray. Now, what do you think of a team like Croatia? They have talent in the midfield. They got Rakitic, Modric.
Kovacic.
They've had players in the... Yeah, Kovacic. He's going to be one of the best players in the world. Haliovic. He was on loan from Barcelona, I think. He was on loan to another Spanish league team. But they have the talent in the right places. It's just whether they can use it.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about CR7 now, Portugal.
Yeah, that's also a one-man team now.
Well, not quite. I mean, they didn't look like a one-man team when they beat Belgium. I mean, Louis Nani was doing work.
Yeah. Nani, when he plays to his full potential, he was supposed to be one of the better players in the world. In some opinion, he was a fluke.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think they kind of live or die by Ronaldo, though, still.
Yeah. And he's never been the best performer for Portugal.
Yeah.
In order to win the Euros, you have to have, or in order to win any competition, you gotta have 11 good players on the field.
You gotta have.
They're not like they're all good players, but 11
players that
world-class players.
I think a team like Turkey could do well too. I mean, they have a lot of Turkish players.
They have a good spirit too.
Yeah, they play hard. But so after all that reviewing, who do you think will win? Just one team. Just who do you think will win? No.
I got Germany. They're flawless. They'll win it easily.
I've got France. I think they could upset Germany.
I can see England. They have the talent now. They have the defense. They have the midfield. They have the attack. They have everything. It's just whether they can compete now. Yeah. Whether they can use that talent and stuff. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening, and thanks for coming on.